Hello everybody and welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. My name is Denise Cox and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm super excited to be here with you tonight for Tutorial Tuesday. I'm just going to give everybody a few minutes. Hi Carol! Okay, I'm just getting my computer screen set up here. Ooh. Hi Sherry. Okay, so welcome everybody. It's November 16th, which marks my 11-year Stampiversary with Stampin' Up! So I've been a demonstrator for 11 years, and I cannot believe how awesome this journey has been. I've had so much fun. I've met so many amazing people and great customers and formed friendships, and it's just been a really amazing 11 years. So thank you to all of you who've been part of my journey. It means the world to me that you support me by attending my classes, purchasing products through me, watching these videos, and all of that stuff. So thank you so much. All right, so what else is going on today? Well, Stampiversary means it's promotion time. So for today only, it's free shipping on me, so I'll pay the shipping on your order. If you're local, that means that you just contact me, I'll put your order in, and no shipping will be charged. If you don't live locally and you're not able to pick your order up, then if your order is over $100 and you place it online from anywhere in Canada, as soon as Stampin' Up! Ships it, I will refund your shipping to you via e-transfer. So everybody's welcome to partake. I'm super excited. The other bonus is that it coincides with Stampin' Up's seasonal sale. So seasonal sale is phenomenal, and I cannot believe how excited I am that cardstock and ink pads are on sale, because that never happens. So for today, tomorrow, and Thursday, cardstock is 10% off, ink pads are 15% off, and dies in the annual catalog are 20% off. So really good deals to be had, and if you pair it and order today, you also get free shipping. So it's a bonus. What else can I tell you? Oh my goodness, my head is wheeling. I have so much going on. Okay, what else? The join offer is still going for the whole month of November. So for $100, you can join and become one of my Bird's Nest Stampers team members, and we have a lot of fun every month. We get together for a little chit chat, and we have challenges, and we just have a lot of fun. So if you'd like to join, become a demonstrator, $100 plus PST, so $107 here in BC, and you get to pick $165 worth of stuff. So it's seriously that good of a deal, and if you do it today, or tomorrow, or Thursday, you get to stock that starter kit full of sale items as well. So any questions about any of that, you let me know. I'm here to help always. A few other things I wanted to send out some gratitude and some blessings to. Over the weekend, we had On Stage. So that's a Stampin' Up! Event for all demonstrators, and it kind of reflects on the whole year past. So Stampin' Up! Year ends September 30th. And I was super honored and surprised to be named the top seller, number 4 top seller in all of Canada. So I want to thank all of you, because without you, I would never have been able to achieve that. I also got some awards for a few other things, leadership, team building, and for earning the incentive trip. Again, all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. I really honestly appreciate you all so very much. Okay, so tonight we have a fun card to share with you. But first, oh, hold on a second. We have 2 draws to do. I almost forgot. The last 3 weeks have been a little bit crazy around here. So we've got draws. So remember 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago now, because I had to miss one, we had a draw for this ribbon. And then last week, it was for Approaching Perfection. Now Facebook's doing some weird things, so I finally was able to see who shared. I combined both, and I'm just going to do 2 drawings. So I've got everybody's name in here. Okay, so first one's going to be for the ribbon. Oh, some are getting stuck. Okay, first one. The ribbon goes to, oh, Carol. So congratulations, Carol. And Carol's watching with us tonight. So congratulations. I have 2 spools of ribbon for you. Now for the stamp set, we have, dun 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 dun, Jody. So congratulations, Carol and Jody. I've got these prizes set aside for you here. All right. So thank you everyone for sharing the videos the last 2 weeks. I really do appreciate it. Now, tonight, I have a really fun card to share with you. It's called, I believe it's called, a drapery fold. It's got a fun little technique, and I'm super excited to share this with you. So I'm going to flip the camera down to the desk view here. Just give me a sec. And we'll get started. Okay, so here is tonight's card. Now, you can see how it showcases this gorgeous designer series paper and some pretty ribbon and this distressed looking embossing folder in the back. So I'm going to walk you through how to make this card. And I've got some instructions for the designer series paper. Hi, Kelly. Right here. So here's all the pieces that we're going to use to make this pretty little card. I'm going to start with an evening evergreen card base. Okay, and as usual, it's 4 1/4. No, it's not. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Okay. Then I've got my insert for my card, which is just 4 by 5 1/4. I've got soft suede, which is again 4 by 5 1/4. I've got a piece of soft succulent, which is 3 3/4 by 5, so just a 1/4 inch around. And then I've got this little strip, which was 1 inch by 3. Yes, by 3. 1 inch by 3. Okay. And then I have this piece of designer series paper. So I'm going to put this piece here so you guys can see these dimensions if you can read my writing. So to start with, this designer series paper started at 10 inches by 4 3/4. Okay, so it was a rectangle. Then what I did is I marked 3/4 inch. So imagine this is a rectangle. I measured 3/4 of an inch down from the top of this corner and 3/4 of an inch up from the top of this corner. And then I lined it up in my trimmer so that these 2 marks were on the cutting track, and I cut it, which created this diagonal. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. The card that I shared with you, the finished one, this is one side of that diagonal. And then tonight we're going to use the other side. So out of one 10 by 4 3/4 rectangle, you can get 2 cards. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is score this designer series paper. So I'm just going to move this so I can read those markings. So I'm going to bring in my score pal. 2 weeks in a row we're using this. Okay, so we're going to hold this up against the top, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to score it at 2 inches, 3 inches, 5 inches, 6, 8, and 9. And I just realized, I believe I did this one backwards, but we're gonna see what happens. I think I should have scored it this way so that this wider edge was over here. But that's okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, so again, here's the score markings for you guys if you want to write those down. Now what we would normally do is fold this like an accordion, right? So if we, I feel like this is going to be, see now what's going to happen, I'm going to end up with more, oh no, well, let's see what happens. So it's just going to look a little bit, it's going to look a little bit different, because if you can look at this card here, I have the wider piece down here in the corner, which is now this piece up here, the shorter piece. So in hindsight, I should have done it the other way around, but that's okay. It's still going to work. So I've just taken an accordion folded on all of those score lines. Okay. Then I'm going to take my my bone folder, and I'm just going to score those. Now what I'm trying to keep track of is that this is staying flush up here. Okay. Now is that it's gonna lay there. All right. So now we've got that cute little accordion drapery fold. Now the other thing you could do is you could flip it over, but then you don't see the bottom, so it's not quite the same effect. So I love these pine cones. So we're gonna keep that the way it is. All right. So let's set that aside for a moment, and then I'm going to take my soft succulent paper here, and I'm going to use this beautiful Merry Melody embossing folder. So this is a 3D embossing folder, so you're going to get a nice, bold, embossed image. Okay. Oh, I just lost my... Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this design, or cardstock in here. Now, Stampin' Up! Has put this nice black line on the embossing folder. It's not just a design, it's actually useful. So we're gonna put the paper in, and if you line it up along that line, close it up, it's still lined up, that keeps your image nice and straight, okay? So it's gonna make it nice and straight. You don't want your music notes, well, on this card anyway, we don't want our music notes to go sideways. If that's your design, perfect. But for now, we're just going to line it up with that line. I've got my Stamp Cut and Emboss machine behind me so we don't rattle the whole table. And I'm just going to run this through. So just so everyone's aware, when you get your emboss machine, you have plate number 2, which is the main, plate number 1, which is the main platform. And then we have number 2, which we don't need for this one. We do need, with the 3D embossing folder, you do need to have plate number 4, okay? So this is an add-on. This does not come with the machine when you buy it. And then we're gonna put number 1, our embossing folder, and then number 4. And we always put the hinge of the embossing folder in through the machine first. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so I've run that through. Let's pop this out and look at how awesome that is. It's beautiful. So I love this embossing folder so much. All right, I'm gonna move those instructions. Now, what I wanna do is I wanna make this look distressed. As you can see here, it kind of pops out those music notes. So I've got my soft suede ink pad. Okay, and then I've got just a sponge dauber. Now you could use a piece of a sponge too, that would totally work. We're just gonna get a bit of ink on here, and then very lightly we're just gonna dust the embossing folder across the whole piece of paper. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna catch those raised images and it's going to pop them with this color, okay? So see how that is? Isn't that magic? I love it. Such a simple technique. It's super simple, super easy, but it has a real wow factor. Okay, done, right? How many seconds did that take? Like hardly any, and it's beautiful. So there's our music notes. So let's bring the rest of the card in. Now, I'm going to start with my soft suede 4x5 1/4, and I'm gonna layer this right on top. So just with my adhesive, and going to put a little bit of glue along the edge, a little bit in the center just because. And then we're going to attach that. Okay. Perfect. Now look how beautifully that all ties in together with that soft suede cardstock and the soft suede ink over top. All right. So next thing we want to do is get our little drapery fold here that we created. And we're going to line that up and adhere that so that this corner down here matches up perfectly in the corner of the soft suede, and that these touch line to line with our soft suede paper here. Okay, so you can see that, how it's gonna go. All right, so we can put a little bit of glue in between the folds, but we don't need to put a lot. So I'm just gonna put a little dab there, a little dab here. Okay, and then maybe a little bit here too. Okay, then we're gonna adhere it across like this. So you can use your liquid glue, which I'm gonna do because what I like about this glue is it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So if I don't get it exactly where I want it, it's gonna give me enough room to play around with it and make sure that I have it where I want it before it's stuck. So I'm lining up this bottom corner first, and then the outer edge all the way across so it touches this edge here. All right, so let's give that a few seconds to dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna pull out my Evening Evergreen Chevron weave ribbon. This stuff is gorgeous. I love it so much. And we're going to cut a snip off of that. So I'm just gonna cut a piece a slightly bigger than the card. And then I had my tear tape here somewhere. I know I did, I just saw it. Oh my goodness. Okay, here it is. I put it away. Okay, so we're going to put this ribbon across so that it is overlapping our drapery fold. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to adhere those down just simply like that. I'm not going to bother pulling that off. I'm just using the one side of the tape to hold the ribbon in place. Okay, now I don't like gluing my ribbon down on the front because I feel like sometimes it makes it look crooked and not natural. So I just let it kind of free flow on the front and just have it adhered on the back. Okay, now let's take our card base. And I've got it scored already, so the bump to the inside. I'm going to fold that in half and score it with our bone folder. Okay, now let's attach this whole piece. Now, for extra assurance, I can pull those off now, and that's going to help it to stick to the card base. Let's put a little bit more of this glue here. And then, let me double check that I have done that before where I've glued it the wrong way so the card opens backwards. That's always a fun mistake to make. How many of you guys have done that in the past? All right, so there we go. Now this is all glued, it's coming together, I love it. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 1" by 3" strip of basic white, and I'm going to use this beautiful stamp set, Happy Holidays. I love it, and I love this bird. Okay, so you could use that bird for so many things and not Christmas at all even, right? Totally a spring card would be amazing. So this stamp set is in the holiday catalog and is available till the end of December. I'm going to use this Christmas blessings to you and yours because I love that saying and I love this pretty little font they've used. So I've got my soft suede and I'm just going to stamp my greeting onto this. Now I'm going to center it horizontally, but vertically it's going to be towards the top of this piece. And you'll see why in just a sec. Isn't that pretty? Just look at that. I love it. I love that stamp. Okay, then before we do anything else, we're going to take our sponge dauber again and a little bit of ink, and we're just going to distress the edges. And there's lots of ways I've seen people do this. To me, this is just the simplest. Okay, so there we go. We've got the edges all nicely distressed and our sentiments so stamped on there so pretty. And then we're going to pull the card in. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And we're just going to tuck that in right here. Okay, and I want to get it under the ribbon. It's another reason why you don't adhere your ribbon, right? So I'm going to tuck it in there. Trying to make it straight here. All right. Okay, perfect. So there we go. It's coming together. Now I'm going to take my ribbon again and I'm going to tie a bow. So one of the tricks that I have when I'm not doing a class and I don't have my ribbon pre-cut is I leave it on the spool, because that way it allows me to use as much as I need without wasting any. So I'm going to tie my bow. Oop. And then we're going to just tweak it here a little bit so it's nice and pretty. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and so now as you can see, I have this big long piece here, but I can just snip it to wherever I want the length of the tail to be, and I haven't wasted any of the ribbon. So that's my little ribbon tip for you today, if you haven't seen that one in the past. So there's our pretty little bow. And then I'm going to take our mini glue dots. Okay, so you can see the mini glue dots right there, and I'm just going to press this bow right onto them directly, and now it's on the bow, and I'm just going to stick that right down here. Okay, just about done. So we're going to put the inside in. Now because we've distressed the front of the card, I feel like we should distress the inside. So I'm just going to take the same sponge dauber. I'm just going to quickly put a little bit of distressed ink along the outer edge. I'm just going to tie it all in beautifully. We'll open the card up. We'll get that nice and centered. Perfect. So now the distressed edges on the inside of the card match those on the outside. Okay, finish it off. We're going to put some bling, of course, and I've got some pearl basic jewels. These are one of my go-tos. Of course, I love the rhinestones too, but these are simply gorgeous, and I love the pearl shine on them. And what's even cooler is I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen Light Stampin' Blends marker, and I'm going to color my pearls so that they're going to match perfectly with my card base. So we've got 3 different sizes, and I'm going to color one of each. So I'm just going to, and it's best to do that if you're going to do this, color them on the packaging like I'm doing right here. Because if you take them off and try and color them on your card, you may, I colored 2 mediums, so I'm going to color a small instead. You may end up coloring it onto your card, and then you're going to have blend marker where you don't want it. So I've colored the pearls. Now we're just going to take them off here. I'm using my take a pick tool, and we're just going to stick them where we want them, wherever that may be. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? A super simple card, lots of elements, but really, really easy and quick to make. So you could easily make a bunch of these and use up some of your designer series paper that you love, and you can show off those really, really pretty patterns. So something's bugging me here, as I told you not to do this, but I'm just going to touch up that one corner because it's I didn't give it a second to dry. I do want to show you guys what paper this is, and I've forgotten the name. So this designer series paper is from the Painted Christmas Suite, our collection. So here's all those pretty papers. So here's the one we've used here. And these are the other patterns in that collection. This paper is also available in the mini catalog till the end of December. So if you're looking for something really traditional, Christmassy, this is really nice with the reds and greens. Okay, so there is today's card. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video tonight, and I thank you for being here. I had fun making that card, and even though I messed up that drapery fold a little bit, you can't even really tell. So either way, it works, which is great. So I hope that you've seen something tonight that's inspired you, learned a little tip or trick somewhere along the line. And if you do make one of these drapery style cards, I would love it if you posted it so I can see. You can hashtag Bird's Nest Designs, or you can post it in my creative corner. Yeah, I would love to see them. I will see you guys all real soon. I want to thank you again for being here, and if there's anything you'd like to order with my free shipping special or the seasonal sale, message me tonight. I'm going to put the order in by 9:30, 10 o'clock, so get that to me soon. The free shipping ends tonight, but the seasonal sale does go till Thursday. So you can take advantage of that anytime between now and Thursday. And the joining special, the $100 special, goes till the end of the month. So thank you all for being here again and for watching along with me. And I will get this uploaded to my YouTube channel as well, so you can watch it there anytime too. Okay, have a wonderful Tuesday night, everybody, and we'll see you all next week. Cheers.